Well, good everyone, this is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this May the 5th, 2023. I hope everybody had a great Friday out there. Hope everybody's having a great Friday evening, and hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the forecast for your weekend, the Saturday and Sunday outlook. We're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warnings, and advisory map. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and some of their products they offer as well. And also, we're going to take a look at the 7-day rainfall totals across the nation as well. Okay. If you're a new viewer, have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Mash that subscribe button and you're in. That's all you got to do. Like these videos, share these videos, and try to get them out to as many people as possible. And let's get the show on the road here, folks. Okay, I'm going to start off in the northeastern United States. We got quiet conditions over Maine, all the way back into eastern Ohio, back down in the portion of Virginia. Even in a portion of North Carolina, got a little bit of rain in the outer banks of North Carolina, maybe up toward the Washington, D.C. area. We got shower and thunderstorms extended from southern Florida, right to Florida Keys, all the way through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way back up into a portion of Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Chicago, Illinois area, Michigan, back into southern Canada, all the way back over to Minnesota, all the way back into portions of central and northern Minnesota. Montana, excuse me. But Minnesota, you got thunderstorms there as well. Also back into portion of Wyoming, down into portion of Colorado. Also back over here to portion of central southern California. And also back over toward the San Francisco area and back up into western Oregon and Washington State. Got some thunderstorm activity there. We got this yellow slashed area. We got some severe weather possible over portion of Missouri, western Illinois, and southern Iowa. Just got some rain showers over southern Canada and the portion of North Dakota and northeast Montana. We got some fire weather issues over portion of New Mexico and a little bit over southern Colorado there as well. Also over here we got an area of mixed precipitation extending from Seattle, Washington, all the way back over to western Montana, down to a portion of western Wyoming, down into much of Utah. Also into Nevada, all the way into the mountain range of California, all the way back into northern California there as well. Alrighty, let's move on to your Sunday forecast. As you can see, we got rain showers extending from portion of New Hampshire, Vermont, all the way back to Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., through Pennsylvania, all the way back into portion of northern Michigan, all the way into southern Canada. This includes Montreal, Canada, and Toronto, Canada as well. Shower and thunderstorm will be ongoing from Pennsylvania through Ohio to Wisconsin to Minnesota to southern Canada as well, all the way back over to South Dakota, all the way back into Montana. Got a little bit over here in Washington State and Idaho as well. Also in portion of northern Utah, back into portion of northern Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, back down into Texas, all the way down to Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina as well, and back over to Tennessee and Missouri and Arkansas as well. In the yellow slashed area, might be some severe weather possible in that region across portion of northwest Illinois, Iowa, and northern Missouri. We got some mixed precipitation over portion of Vancouver, Canada, back through Seattle, Washington, back into northern California, through northern Nevada, back into Utah, portion of Colorado, around the Denver area, also back over to western Wyoming, and also back into western Montana as well. High pressure dominate the southwest, so you guys will be dry and fair. Okay, here's a look at the weather radar now. We got scattered precipitation over the northeast from Pennsylvania back in the portion of New Hampshire and the Vermont area, also include New York State. Also, we got some shower activity extending off the southeast coast back into South Carolina through Georgia, back into Tennessee and Kentucky. Also back into Alabama and southern Mississippi and the Panhandle, Florida. Also, we got some scattered activity over portions of the Gulf of Mexico. Got some down here around Cuba as well. Got some down here in Mexico, northern Mexico and southern Texas. Central Texas got some shower and thunderstorm. Got some severe weather ongoing in portions of Texas. We have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for portions of this area where I'm circling here. You'll see that in the watches warning advisory map when I pull it up in a minute. Also, we have shower and thunderstorm activity over western portions Illinois, back in Iowa, southern Minnesota, also back over to north central Wisconsin, also in southern Canada, and also around Michigan, the Lake Erie area, and the northern Michigan area as well. Utah, California, Washington State, Oregon, Washington State, Idaho, portions of Montana. Got some shower and thunderstorms over portions, like I said, over Kansas. Nebraska, back into portions of South Dakota, portion of central portions of Montana, back over here in portion of Washington State, getting a few thunderstorms as well. Let's see, around Guam, you look pretty quiet. Some showers just northwest of you guys. Got some rain and snow showers over the side. In Chain Island looks good. A few little scattered advisories across the nation here. We got a special weather statement over a portion of Maine and New Hampshire as well. We got flood warnings over a portion of Washington D.C. Area there as well. Also, we had that severe thunderstorm watch with a few thunderstorm warnings I showed with them on the radar there over Texas and southern Oklahoma. Got some severe weather over portions of northeast Colorado. Got a severe thunderstorm watch there. Also in the Nebraska, northern Kansas. We have some red flag warnings over New Mexico and southeastern Colorado. Some flood watches in effect, few flood warnings in effect for portions of northwestern Colorado. Also some flood watches and warnings and advisories over portions southeastern Idaho. Also over here, flood advisories over here in Idaho as well, central. Got some hydro issues over portions of Montana. Got some wind advisories over portions of Montana as well. Flood watches in effect for portions of northern Washington State. Hydro issues over portions, like I said, Montana, Washington State, Oregon as well. Got some winter weather advisories over portions of California. And also Alaska looks good. The Hawaiian chain looks good. Got a few wind advisories on the south side. Got gale warnings around the island. So but the rest of you look pretty good. Alright, let's go to the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center overview. As you can see, there's that scattered activity over the northeast. There's that shower and maybe a rumble of thunder over the southeast here, the United States. There's that marginal risk for severe weather. This little system here will continue to drift on off into the panhandle of Florida and then off into the Gulf of Mexico. We got that severe thunderstorm warning right over the slight risk area there. Got a marginal risk there as well. That's why you see the severe thunderstorm warning in that warning map, watches warning advisory map, right in that vicinity there. Also up here we got that watch box in effect for portions of northern Kansas and also into Nebraska, where that slight risk area is located. Got some thunderstorm, like I said, over southern Minnesota, down in the Iowa and portion of Illinois as well. And like I said, there's that scattered activity over in the northwestern United States. Alright, the convective outlook, we still got that. That's what you just seen on that map. Down here in Louisiana, also southern portion of Mississippi and Texas. Got that severe marginal risk and slight risk area there. Also up here in portions of Kansas and Nebraska and portions of southwest South Dakota and eastern Wyoming and northeastern Colorado. The watches. Alright, the watches, the severe thunderstorm watches are the ones in blue. We do not have no tornado watches in effect. The MDS discussion just shows this little area right here where that watch is issued. So just might want to stay tuned for this for maybe some severe weather in that vicinity as well, with large hail damage and wind, and could be an isolated tornado. Alright, Storm report for today, as of this recording. Uh, Tornado report 0. High winds report 26. Wind report is 26. High wind is 0. Hail report 15. Large hail was 2. So that made a total of 41 severe weather reports out of. I figure them numbers will continue to climb as we go through the remainder of the afternoon and evening in that region. All right, fire weather outlook. We have a enhanced elevated risk from southeast Arizona through New Mexico and southeast Colorado. All right, now we're going to round it off here with the 7-day rainfall totals across the nation. As you can see, we got the heaviest precipitation off into the Atlantic water, lighter amounts toward the Bahamas, also down into southern Florida, also through the Carolinas, and also into the northeastern United States. Even southern Canada is going to be lighter amounts of precipitation. We have some heavier amounts of precipitation over portions of Mexico through Texas, all the way over to Louisiana, back into portions of Mississippi, northwest Alabama, through Tennessee, Kentucky, all the way into portions of western Pennsylvania, Ohio as well, in Indiana, Illinois, all the way back up to portions of Wisconsin and even Michigan and southern Canada, right along the Canadian-U.S. border, all the way back over into portions of Montana, back into portions of North and South Dakota, also portions of Wyoming as well, northern Colorado, some heavy precipitation there. Like I said, through Texas. Look dry pretty much across Arizona, New Mexico, Arizona, southern Utah, back into southern Nevada, and also into southern California. Look dry. Got a few pockets of heavy precipitation over in California, back into Washington State, and also some over the Pacific Ocean in the Gulf of Alaska as well. Alrighty, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Consider subscribing. Love to have you. I want to try to make 400 subscribers within the next 2 weeks. See if we can get there in 2 weeks. Try to get 400 subscribers within the next 2 weeks. Alrighty, well, I hope everybody has a great evening, and we will catch you back in the next one.